Welcome friends to our channel The Tuition Center. Stay home and be safe and healthy. So today we would be covering different type of paths in After Effects. What are the uses of path and how can you play with paths? So first most thing, let's create a new project in After Effects and one new composition. So to do that, so today we would be doing each and everything by using shortcuts so that you know what are the shortcuts and how to open different type of boxes. So to open new composition boxes, you need to click Command N on your Mac and Control N on your Windows PCs. So let's name the composition as path. Plus you can see we have used default HDTV settings which gives us width and height is 1920 by 1080. As we have used 25 frames in our last project, so it gives us 25 frames, and the timeline duration we have kept 5. Click on OK. So here you can see one new composition we have created in the name of path. Plus this is the timeline where all the layers would be there. So as I repeat in each and every tutorial that after doing any single step you need to save your project. So let's first save the project and give it the name path and save. So now we have created a new project in the name of path and we have saved it. So let's create our path. So you can create a path. You can also create your path by using any of the tools which gives you stroke. So for example, if we see and let's click on option and click multiple times, and you can see that one red line have come in front of your fill, and in stroke also you can see that there is no fill. So let's again click and make it fill. So like this we have created one path. So you can see one path. So now we'll do small things today. So for example, let's okay, let's use let's see what will we use. So let's go into the properties and let's see what all options do we have. Transform ellipse. So here it says start point and your end point. So what do you think? Should we play with the start point and the end point? So if we on it, you can see the solid thing, and if okay, so let's apply one effect to it which says, and it's the shape effect which you know already. Click on your ellipse path, and let's click, and what should we apply? Let's apply trim path. Let's open it. Let's create our keyframes. Let's go to 2 seconds and make it 0. And if we need to reverse our keyframes, you can select both the keys and click on reverse keyframe. So you can see now it's forming on the path, the path which we have created. Now what if we want any object to move around with path? So let's make a circle. Let's on it. Let's change the color. Let's take green color, the sign of movement. Okay, so now as you can see we have made one path and we have taken one solid layer and then we have created one circle on that particular path. But as we can see that it's not moving with your circle. So how we would do so that the path moves with the circle? So let's click here and convert it to Bezier. Copy the path settings, go here, go to the endpoint and paste it. So now here you can see the position key have been created and your circle have automatically gone to a place where your starting point is of your path. Plus you can see one motion path. Hope you remember that it's a motion path which have been created. Now if you play, so you can see that this circle is forming, or the circle is it looks like that it looks like that the outline is being formed by the circle. Plus you can also say like the circle has automatically copied the path. So if you play it, you can see that the circle is being formed, or the circle is moving on the axis of the path. So this is one type of thing which you can do. Plus you can also play with, there are many ways in which you can play with path. So for example, so this was the easiest way and the easiest movement which we have created. So now if for example if there are multiple movements and you want, let's save it, and you want that each and everything should move on the path. So let's create one more composition in the name of part 2. Click enter. Let's create one path with the help of pen tool now, so that we can see that, or we can know that we can play with different type of tools to create paths. There is no particular definition that you have to use box, or you have to use XYZ thing to create path. It depends, as I've told you, that it completely depends on the way you want to create the path. There is no set rules, and I always say in my tutorial that there are no set rules to do anything. You can try different type of combination to play with. So now let's create one more path with the help of pen tool. So let's click on G for pen tool. Let's create one path. So we would be using same method, the method which we have used in the previous creation of the path. Just the starting tool is being changed. So for example, this is your path. Now what we will do is, so it will form in the same way the circle or ellipse path was formed, and then we will apply one circle or one particular dot or anything we can copy paste here, and it will move with the movement of your path. So to that, let's go here, open path, content, path. Let's add one effect which we have added previously. Click on the starting point, and we don't need to reverse the keyframe, so we can go at the end point and click here to create second key. Go back and let's edit the value to 0. So now you can see, right? Now if we, and it's not only about any particular object which you have created using solid layer. You can import any item from outside After Effects in any format which After Effects supports, and then you can apply the same method, and it will move with your path. So now let's click Command Y, as we have told you in the starting itself, that today we would only be using shortcuts, so that you know what all shortcuts are there. Each and every shortcut can be seen in front of each and everything which we do here also. So you can note down what all shortcut we are using in this tutorial. Now instead of circle, let's create one rectangle. Let's size. Right. Now remember these steps. So these are very very crucial steps of this tutorial. The first small step is basically you have to click on, so you don't need to convert the path because it's already converted. You can see, click here and copy the path, go to your solid layer, make one first key, and then paste it. So now you can see the path. You can see it's exactly the same as our white path which we have created from our pen tool. So let's see the movement. Yes. So let's do one more thing. Let's smoothen the path, plus let's smoothen the path of this position here also. You can see there was some movement in it. So let's see. So it's going fast, and then at the end it's going slow. In the same way, you can use different type of you can see different let's type of graphs which you can adjust. It depends on you what all adjustment do you need in graph. So accordingly you can adjust your graph and play with your graph so that you can see what all adjustments are available in your graph. So because there is a limitation, we are unable to select our timelines for things. So you can select your graphs and you can play with the in point, out point, you can smoothen it and so on. There are different type of options available with the graph. So try to play with them and see what all difference does it make to your animation. So till here I think it's very clear. And what will happen, what do you think, what will happen if we click on the motion, if we activate the motion? And okay, now you can see your movement bar has some motion blur in it. It depends on you whether you want to on it or not. Again, let's go to shape and let's try to play with different type of options which are available with shapes. So now you know how you can move your object with the path which you have created. Plus if you want the movement of the square to only visible, you can off and you can still have the same movement of your things. Now let's play with different options available here. So let's see what all are the options available. So in stroke, as you can see, the end point or the starting point of the graph is not so rounded. So if you want it to be round, you can click here and you can see the difference. Now it's rounded. Plus you can click on this plus button and then you can see that there is some change in your path. So it's because we are going to create dots. So to get the dot more visible, let's change our gaps to around say 25. So now you can see the graphs which are now your path outline is now in dotted form. So let's make it 30. Now there are different options which you can see. So if you don't want dot, you can click here and it's now like your railway track. So anything you can play with. It depends on you what type of things do you need. Completely depends on you. Now let's see what are the changes it have done when we have created the solid part to dotted part. So the movement is not disturbed still. Second thing what we will learn is, so now hope it's very clear that how will you create the path, and to get the movement in your path, what is the effect which you would be applying in the shape layer. Plus you can copy paste the path movement to your solid layers. So hope these all points are clear. Now let's play with the path, what all things we can create with the path. So what all movements, if we want different type of movement, what all movement can we create? So let's create path 3. Sorry, let's create path 3. Let's create one simple line here. So we will apply the same effects and see what all movements we can create. So first most thing you can see here, let's click and let's go to shape properties, stroke, and let's make our edges round. So now you can see our round edges. So now what will we do if we want dot and then it's going up and up and up. So to do that, let's go and create trim path. Let's make it 0. Let's go to, let's make it 100. Again, let's create, let's see what happens. It's hit and trial things. Let's make it 0. Now if you see, we can't see anything. Now let's click on start and move as per our requirement. So now you can see one dot is moving from X point to Y point, right? And then it's disappearing. Now if we want our dot to move from bottom to top, here is there are two buttons which says reverse path direction on, reverse path direction off. So if we click on reverse path direction on, then it will reverse our movement. So like now it's going from bottom to top. So now there are different options which we can play with the path. So for example, let's change our stroke sizes. So let's make our stroke size, which is width, 100, and then let's go to out point and make it 0. So now let's see. So it's going far away in the space. So you can see we have just changed the stroke things. Plus let's play with by changing stroke colors. So let's see, let's change the stroke color on every 10 frames and see what happens. So second key, as I always say, second, or make it 12. Second key is auto created by After Effects or any type of animation software which you use. It makes second key automatically, unless and until you don't have any use to that you have to create the second key purposefully. So it starts from white, yellow, green, and so on. So was it it's easy, I think so. The same thing is if you want to create in any other method, it would be taking time. So let's play, see, right? Now let's click on the shape layer and click on the properties and see and reverse it. Now let's see what happens. So it is start, it goes, it's click, and then it goes. Now what if we apply a repeater to it? So as you can see, there are 3 copies of the same thing. That's why it's the 3 copies are being shown on your screen. Let's make it 6. Now you can see 6 copies of the same thing. Let's increase the offset settings to around 4 and see what happens. Right, let's change it to above. Now automatically it has created different type of, sorry, it has created 6 more copies of that particular thing. Let's click and let's play with the start of it. Let's play with the things. You can play as per your choice. Let's click 100 to around. Let's see what happens. So you can see it's starting from X point and then it's going to Y point. In the same way, let's play with the scaling. Let's go to 1 second, make this scaling around double the scaling. Where have it disappeared? It have disappeared. It is going too fast. Okay, let's make it moment 2. So now let's see what's the movement. So you can see it's like rotating from X point to Y point, and then let's go to the outer point and let's make the scaling 100 again. Now let's see, it's rotating on something. It looks like it's rotating on a pillar, and then it's going, and you can see one jerk. So let's ease our setting to easy and easy. Now let's see. Yes, so you can see when we have changed our keyframe to easy, the jerk which was in between of different keyframes have vanished. Good. We will do small things today. So we have learned how to copy paste the path. We have learned how to apply repeater. Now let's create one more composition. Let's create one square. Let's create the square itself. Okay. Let's open. Let's go to stroke. Let's make it round. Let's create dashes. Let's create gaps. Now show T. Good. Now let's play with the scaling of this particular rotation. In the starting, let's create the scaling to 0, and let's go to 2 seconds and again make it 100. Plus if we go to stroke width, then let's make B 20 and go to the outer frame and let's make it 0. Let's increase the size to around 40. Let's create the opacity 0. Let's go to 1 second. Let's make it 100 and again. Yeah, so let's see what's the animation we have made. So it comes and it goes, but we are not happy, so let's make our stroke 0 and let's make it around 20. plus let's make the opacity also 100, and in the next keyframe let's make the opacity 0 in the end, plus let's delete our opacity keyframes which is in the middle, which is 100. Let's go and do it 0, and let's see. Yeah, good, but I don't think opacity is working good. Now let's see. Yeah, now let's play with the shape. So to play with the shape, what will we do? We will go, let's see what's in the rectangular path, and there is one thing which says roundness. So go to X point and let's create 20 different rounds. Let's create 100. Very good. Let's make it 200. Okay, let's make it 300. Yeah, so it's like morphing. It will start from square and then it will go to round. Right, so it starts from rectangle or square basically, and then it goes round. Yes. Plus, let's transform rectangle, and let's click it to 1000. So yeah, so right. Now you can see there is one jerk in your motion. So let's remove that jerk also. Let's click on opacity, stroke, and your scaling. Let's click and let's even it. Now let's see the movement. There is no jerk. The jerk have been removed. Now what if we change it to, let's go for these shapes. Properties, let's create one scaling key and go to frame 3 seconds and make it 1000. Plus when we make it 1000 we can see that the shapes, we need more rounds so that our circle is in shape. Plus let's go to stroke width and let's create 0 width. Right? Yes. And see what's the movement. So it's like going and disappearing. Good, very nice. Now what if we delete this key and make it 70? Now let's see what's the movement. plus, let's take this key to point 0. So there's a movement now. It's like dancing and going. So likewise, you can try different type of combination, or let's resize the stroke width. Let's do it 20. So it's dancing and going because we have played with the rounds, and then we have zero the stroke part. So it's look good. Likewise, if you want to create x number of combination, you are free to do that. So if you want to copy your rectangle, you are free. You can duplicate it, and you can see if you let's reverse the keyframe and see what happens. So one keyframe is in its natural thing, and another we have reversed it. So let's see. Okay, let's copy paste. Let's duplicate it. Let's go to the properties, content, triangle, and reverse it, and go to point 0. There is some happened. I think there was no keyframe. Only keyframe. Let's undo it. There's some mistake. Yes. So there are keyframes now, which have come back. Now let's click and wait a minute again. Let's simply duplicate it. Let's click on the content, the rectangle. Let's see now. Good. What if we apply repeater? Let's go to repeated settings. Let's offset say 1. And let's so now we have 3 dots coming and rotating. Let's make it 10. Let's see. Yeah, so it's like a tunnel. Now what if we on our stroke rate? Go to repeated opacity 50. So you can see one gradient. So let's make the opacity key go to make it 100, make it 20, go to the end point. So now you can see the movement on the repeater itself. So let's see. Right, so it have formed the gradients, or if we want, let's instead of let's do it 50 so that we can see all our copies. So you can see the movement in the repeater. Good gradient now. Yeah, very nice. So that's it for tomorrow. So in today's chapter we have created new composition, then we have created path by using pen tool and rectangle and ellipse tools. Then we have made one solid layer and converted our path to wizard, and then we have copied the path. Do remember that we haven't created any keyframe for the path, we just have copied our path by clicking on the path. First we have converted it to wizard and then we have clicked and copied the path. Plus we have applied repeater, we have applied path effect which are inbuilt with the shape layers, and then we have played with them. That's it. Be safe, stay at home and be healthy. Bye bye. And do remember, hashtag share your knowledge. Click